What's up, guys? Welcome to Pancake Breakfast. Today we're going to install helper bags on the back of a 2016 GMC Yukon so we can get home from Michigan without beating ourselves to death.
Yeah. Whose fault was this?
It's definitely mine, probably.
Yeah.
So my wife's Yukon is lowered 2.4, and with it fully loaded down, the rear end hits the frame pretty good on the big bridges and stuff like that. So we're gonna install these helper bags,
Which was quite fun, might I add, on the ride up here, because we left at like 8 o'clock at night and drove through the night. So when you're asleep and all of a sudden you hit the bridges, and this Yukon with 8 people in it and a tote or like a luggage rack on the back starts bouncing off the frame, it'll wake you up in a hurt.
everybody, okay, everybody, but we're gonna get it corrected.
But
So we're gonna be installing the airlift kit number 60769 on the back of the Yukon, and hopefully we'll see some better results out of this thing.
Yeah. Maybe you shouldn't lower your vehicles to the point where it's like mildly inconvenient.
Nah, screw that.
you only live once.
What is this?
Let's see what we got in the box of this thing, what it comes with.
Oh, here, I got a knife right here. Oh, you already cut it.
Yeah, there we go.
So it comes with a lot of the stuff you already need, other than the springs, because it says that on the box.
Oh yeah, cool springs are not included. So it comes with some airline. Comes with 2 spacers. I believe these are going to go on top of the airbags where the port is for the airbag, so that I'll pull this out real quick. You'll sit something like that to protect that port from. Yeah, you can see it's pretty close. Yeah. But 2 airbags, a couple zip ties, some literature. We're not going to use that crap.
Directions, that's what they make YouTube for. Hint, hint.
And then some heat shields, which I don't think we're going to have to use, but we'll look at it and see. Of course, the best part is the stickers. And then a couple Schrader valves and fittings. So we'll get started.
In the sun, but we're here. It's bright out here. But all right, so what Jeremy was talking about is he's got this GMC Yukon, and as you can see, it's lowered and it squats a little bit in the back. So here, take this thing, Jeremy. So let me see if I can find. Oh, I can stand on the back, don't I?
Yeah.
You see how easily it squats. Oh, about fell off. So you imagine us going down the interstate doing this number right here with all these people in it.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what really sucks that I didn't realize is the when you're bouncing like that, that panhard bar.
The panhard will push you.
Sucks the whole rear end over.
It does. Yeah, it'll walk a little bit
And
in there.
that gets a little sketchy when you're doing 75 miles an hour down the road with
Absolutely.
a bunch of weight in the rear. But Jeremy also tows with this thing, so when Rustard's behind it, you don't want that doing that either.
No,
so that
not
makes
at
it
all.
a lot more stable.
Yeah. So the truth behind this, guys, is, and you'll see it here in a minute, but I've actually already have this kit on here. And when we did the transmission on this thing, which you guys saw on the channel, something happened. I believe we actually pinched one of the bags in one of the coil springs. So you're gonna have to be careful once you actually have the bag in the truck. But unfortunately, I did kind of pinch one of these things and put a hole in it. So we're actually reinstalling this kit, but we're gonna do this step by step for you guys as if it's the first time. That way, if you're putting it in yours, you'll be able to do it exactly how we do, or maybe even a little better, because we know what we're doing.
No, not at all. We're winging it.
Always winging it. So let's get this thing going. So we got this thing jacked up. Got the jack stands under it. It's not down on the jack stands yet, but here, coil spring's right there. That's where we're gonna be putting everything. We need to undo the shocks on both sides.
No, bigger than the there.
And maybe the sway bar, we'll see how that goes. But the plan is to undo the shocks. We'll be able to drop it down, pull the coil spring out, and put the airbag in. All right, Wesley's taking the shock off now. It's a 21 millimeter on both sides to take the shock off. Now we're going to take the sway bar off. The sway bar is 18 millimeter socket on the outside and use a 19 millimeter wrench on the inside to hold it. All right guys, so as you can see, we dropped the rear end down now. The shock's hanging up here. We're still on our jack stands up there in the front, but the rear end's way down, so that's why the coil spring has so much slack in it now. At this point, we'll run our airline to the top, and then we will we'll put the airbag in the coil spring. Once again, over there you can kind of see the old one in there. I'd already removed this one because I was looking for leaks and found the pinch in it. But yeah, we'll continue rocking and rolling. All right guys, so we got the rear wheels off, that way we could drop it down a little bit. I also took that loose just to give us a little more slack on this line, but you can see you can't get too crazy anyway because, oh, there we go, that brake line right there gets pretty tight pretty quick. So that's what we did. And now you can just reach in here and pull the spring out. As Wesley's already done on that side, but this side I'll grab it real quick. Try to do it one-handed here. There we go. And we'll get to running our airline now. Or at least we'll start it through the hole. Alright guys, so we have the airline right now. This is the airline. It comes in up here through the top. I'm not sure if you can tell, see that there, but it comes in up here through the top where the spring hole is. And what I did was run it along the top of the frame up in here and around here. And right now it's just looped over to the other side because I want to be able to run my airline down my coil spring once we get it back in, put that spacer in, and then plug it into the airbag before we put the airbag in, because I feel like that's going to be the easiest way to make sure that airbag's plugged in well without having to get your fingers all in those tiny spots of these, like all in this, because it's going to be really difficult to plug it in through this right here. So that's the plan. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to put the coil spring back up in here. The main reason I pulled it out, you really don't have to, but I did it just for because it was already low enough to pull it out. And now I can grab my airline, stick it right through.
Light down here.
Okay, so I can grab my airline, stick it right through this middle hole right there, and you can see the airline comes out through there. Now I can ensure that I'm not crushing my airline when it goes up in here. Okay, so now we're going to insert this spacer that it comes with. Goes through the airbag, up here towards the top.
Hang on. So, I wonder if you could...
I'm going to try to go ahead and put this in.
Alright, as you see, we had to fold this thing up like a taco to make it go. Now we got it in there. Now we're going to cut it apart and see what happens. It's going to get crazy.
It's going to go ham.
Woo!
You can get that top one. What can I do to help you? You need a lander there?
No, pull the air line back. Fingers.
Yep, good.
Watch your fingers. Get them out of the way. So now we're going to go ahead and take out this top piece here and let it unfold and get it out. Get my fingers pinched.
Go ahead and hook up your airline if you can. Those are when they're good.
Remember when we were talking about we were going to do this outside the thing?
I know.
This is the reason.
Yeah. It didn't work out because we would have never been able to keep it collapsed. So, I mean, we could have plugged the other side of the airline. But can you get your finger from there? Right on.
Probably didn't need to go that high.
Give yourself the best chance you can.
You got something to straighten this out?
What happened? What do you mean?
This cut. Do you think I can just cut this with this?
Yeah, I mean, the cut's not going to be as crazy because you're not going into a compression. Like
That's true. Very, very true.
Oops.
I am away. Still in there pretty deep.
What?
I got them.
Working on the Yukon.
Alright.
Pliers.
Oh, there you go.
What can I do? Perfect.
Alright. I don't know if y'all can see that little crimp thing. Let me see if I can find it. Right there. You can get that on there. That'd be your best bet. Keep it from coming off. Just a little bit of pressure. Once the spring gets compressed back down and the bag fills with air, it'll fill it up right nicely too.
Alright guys, so Wesley got the bags in on both sides. They're in, they're kind of loosely inflated. That's just the relaxed state at this point. We got that spacer in at the top. I'm not sure if you can see that too well, but yeah, there it is. But it's there, and then we also have that rubber on the top of the spring. Now, see, so these springs will kind of float in here a little bit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull the airline. So you can see Wesley pulling that now, but just barely pull it while someone else pushes it up. And then you're gonna hold tension on that, where it'll stay up like that when we jack the rear end up. That way, we're not crimping the airline like we did in the past. So we're learning from our own mistakes here, and hopefully we can help you guys not make the same mistakes we did. By we, I mean me. I did this one on my own last time, so there's no fault but mine here. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and jack this up now. And we're just gonna make the rear end come up and meet this thing where it'll sit at a relaxed state in there. Come stand right here. All I want you to do is hold it still, okay?
I thought you would never ask.
Really?
Yeah.
You excited?
Yeah.
Awesome, dude. You're gonna hold it still, and we're gonna jack this up till that hits right there, okay?
Okay.
Are you ready?
So we need to get it to where, why don't you tell me when that spring is?
Hang on, let's stick my head under here first.
You ready?
Oh. Okay, start jacking it up.
He wants to keep.
Yeah, keep tension. Keep tension on it, Logan. Just keep tension on it.
Tell me when to stop, Wesley.
I mean, you already got tension on it. It ain't moving now.
They move? Okay, let's make sure they're in. Alright, now I'm in my spot for sure.
I felt him.
Well, here, come make sure this one's in the spot. What did you feel to make sure it's in the spot?
I slid it over and it fell right in. Alright, we're gonna slide the spring over, make sure it's in a spot. And it is indeed seated in there.
It is?
Yep.
Okay. So, you're gonna go up and I'm gonna go ahead and throw this shock in. Hang on a second. Alright.
Ready?
Nope.
Wait, what are you gonna do?
Do you know if shock bolt was in or out?
Shock bolt was from...
Outside in?
Yep.
Okay.
Ready?
Ease it up. Go ahead. A little bit. Hold it right there.
Is the...
You got yours in, Logan? That's fine. You're fine.
Okay,
Fine.
I'm still holding the
So I went ahead and put the shock bolt in so to keep the rear end from falling back down.
I got you back. Two different ones.
Probably that one.
Okay. Good job.
What it feel? No.
It is.
You gonna sit up? You gonna stand up? You're gonna be the cameraman there, friend.
Okay.
Can't get lazy on me.
To move both.
You're good. You're good. Just don't pull too tight on the rear. All right, ready? Everybody move back up now?
Yep.
Now tell me when they're...
All right, stand by.
Okay.
I'm getting them.
Oh, and there's a bolt on this one. There's a bolt on my side.
Bolt?
Yeah, it's
I'm
still
trying to
in.
put the
Still
sway
in.
bar in.
Oh.
Calm down, Logan. That'll be all right. All right, I got my sway bar back in. All right. Yep, jack it on up.
Like from a wood.
This is holding my hand. It's making my, yes.
I'm not. Go ahead.
Is it?
Yeah. You're touching, the bag's touching, it's starting to collapse right there.
All right, guys. So as you saw there, we kind of jacked it up slowly while we were supporting those airbags from the top, just gently pulling that airline to make sure we weren't pulling it off, but also supporting it a little bit from the bottom until it touched. Now it's touching in there. It's in there nice and firm, nice and tight. While we were doing that, we went ahead and finger tight put the shock bolt in so it's not going to fall too far, and we went ahead and put that sway bar bolt back in also. That's done on both sides. So once again, the air spring is in there good and snug, shock bolt is in, finger tight, and so is the sway bar. We're going to go ahead and tighten all that back up, and we're going to clip our analog brake back together, and then we'll finish running this airline. So stay tuned, here we go. Don't mind how dirty this thing is. It's got Michigan dirt road all over it right now.
Mike's gonna have Michigan dirt billets all over his.
Ugh. Woo. I just polished Mike's wheels before he came up here, and man, oh man. Uncle Bunk's gonna have some scratched wheels. He might as well put some chromies on it.
Soap and water.
All right, guys, so I've ran the airline along the top of the frame. You can kind of see it right there. Try to keep it away from everything hot and keep it away from everything that it would rub. You see, I kind of just put a loose zip tie on this. I'll actually tighten that up a little bit. But put a zip tie on that, keeping it loose. That way it's just holding it tight. This goes to the Schrader valve. I'll show you that in just a second. And this line goes over to the other side. And on the other side line, ran the other side line through here, around here, zip tied it to there, make sure it wasn't hitting on any metal, went up above the fuel filler, and then over and down into that spring pocket like you guys saw earlier. I also went ahead and drilled a hole. I put my Schrader valve in right here. These Yukons and Tahoes have a cover that goes here, so it won't ever be seen other than when I'm towing or anything like that. But put that in, and it goes back here to this T right here. And I will zip tie this T up right in here. That way it'll just be kind of out of the way and keep from just bouncing around all the dang time. All right, we got the wheels and tires back on this thing. We got it back on the ground. I always torque everything. I know it's overkill sometimes, some people say, but I like always torquing them. Make sure they're good and tight and they're not too crazy tight where you're stretching studs. So I do normally about 100 pounds on all this stuff, which I know is a little tight for some of you guys, but that's where I like to do my, and I haven't had any issue at all. So we're about to do it.
Yes, you get up on back about it. You could do a bunch of ugga-duggas though if you wanna. Some people prefer that method.
Some do.
Not here at the How's It Doing garage though.
No, the How's It Doing shed.
Oh, I'm sorry, How's It Doing shed. We're not at the garage no more. Mike got in for that one time.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's it. We're good and tight. Let's fill these things up.
Many of y'all know Mike moved to Michigan. Man, look how nice it is out here tonight. It's probably 75, if that, probably 60s, high 60s maybe. Pretty sky. Head to burb. Mike's barn up there. Mike's silo up there. Taylor Shift. Mike's got a nice place out here though, that's for sure. We're gonna miss him back in Georgia, but I'm glad he's got a nice spread.
All right, guys, we're gonna fill this thing up a little bit. Put about 30 pounds in it, see how it goes.
Go ahead, Jeremy Hopper. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
There it is, that's 30.
It only has the numbers while you're pumping.
I see that.
If you
There you go, way up.
Oh yeah, way up.
Cool. That's 30, max is 35 on this thing. So we'll try this out. We'll fill you guys in tomorrow from the road, see how this thing's doing. It should be doing way better, hopefully. So it's a fun little project, wasn't too bad. What do you think, Wesley?
Not bad at all. We're gonna have a, y'all probably didn't see it on the way up. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I don't remember if we put it on there, but we have a receiver or a
Like luggage rack?
luggage rack that goes in the receiver there. So we have 2 totes strapped to it with all the luggage in it. And believe it or not, it weighs it down a little bit. Makes it sag the tail there. So
Got all them children too.
yeah, we got 3 kids in the back, 3 in the middle row, and me and Jeremy in the front, and
We're
the
not
life
talking
of
about-
luxuries.
We're not talking about the kids screaming in the trunk, as some might say, hydraulics. No, 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 no. It ain't that. It's just really the kids yelling in the back.
Yep. So, but hopefully it'll be a nicer ride home, especially on these rough roads up here. Once you get above Knoxville, it gets a little rough. What's up, guys? So, it's the next day. We're on the ride home. Me, Jeremy, and the whole families. And the bags are holding up good. We ain't bounced off the frame yet. So it's been a very pleasant ride home. But, so hey, look. I ain't telling you to get them, but hey, it'll make your life a lot better.
Yeah, for sure. So we have about 30 PSI in these things. They say keep them between 5 and 35 PSI. But we have 30 in these things. That may be a little aggressive because we definitely haven't hit anything. It lifted it up, back up just a little bit, but I don't think we've lost any ride quality. What do you think, Wesley? Like,
No, not at all.
it feels nice and smooth still. So definitely would suggest these things. They work out really good. And I have pulled my truck behind this thing with the trailer or whatever, and they do great. So we definitely suggest them. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Hey, and if y'all got any questions, hey, look, we ain't professionals by no means, but we'll try to help you out as much as we can.
Absolutely. Hope this video helped you guys.
All right, see y'all.
Jeez Louise! Heather farted on us! What in the world?
Right in the middle of shooting another video, Heather,
She just letting out the devil.
her soul came out of her body. Thank God I can't smell, so I didn't smell nothing. But Jeremy over there.
I was suffering through it. It was so
I
bad.
couldn't smell it either. I thought it was
How could you not smell it? It smelled like a waste spill. With it fully loaded down, it likes to beat off the
Oh, we're beating off in it now.
Anyway, with it loaded down, the rear end hits the frame pretty good.